You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Under the Dome After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Under the Dome After Show.
Hey there, Under the Dome fans. Welcome back to the Under the Dome After Shows, talking about Season 2, Episode 3, Force Majeure. I'm Matt Lieberman, and joining me tonight is the fantastic and lovely Miss Carrie Long.
Lovely, thanks, Matt. Hi, guys.
Unfortunately, Jackie Borowski and Amanda Fields could not join us this evening, but they will be back next week. So we're going to break it all down for you, and it's going to be a lovely, lovely time. So get ready for that action.
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
Action.
Where do we start?
We had so much fun watching
with this episode. We had so much fun
fun
watching it. Oh no,
like that.
that's I was
like
trying to
that.
pull up YouTube comments, and then an ad for Clash of Clans came up. I was trying to pull up YouTube comments because we always talk about iTunes, but we never talk about YouTube, and I wanted to have them ready. In any case, where do we start with this episode? The addition of Dwight Yoakam's Lyle Chumley.
Excellent.
Is one of the funniest and most bizarre choices ever. And it just made this whole episode just kind of ridiculous to watch.
It's raining blood.
It's raining blood. He's just like so deadpan until he's shouting. And it's like deadpan shout, weird laugh, sing. I don't know. It's just, I'm so glad that I thought this character, I was like, he's going to be one and done. He's going to be dead by the end of the episode.
No.
So happy that he's going to be sticking around. So let's jump in with Barbie and Julia and Melanie, as we come to know her name is, playing house. And Barbie is all kinds of PO'd that Melanie is rooting through his things in his house that he shares with Julia.
His house.
His house. He moved in 2 weeks ago, and he's already claiming ownership. And they're having like this weird. Where is this fight coming from?
I think
they've only known each other for 2 weeks, and they're fighting like you said it while we were watching the episode. Like they've been dating for 6 months.
It's because under the dome, it speeds up relationships. Just look at Rebecca Pine and Big Jim. We'll get to it, but just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're fighting. I don't know. Maybe it's sexual tension. I don't know.
Maybe
There was no Julia Barbie big love.
there was no big love
clearly
in this
that's the
episode.
problem.
Well, they've got a child in the house.
That's right. And did you catch that? She's like, you seem familiar to me.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Right?
Dude, I meet you in another life, perhaps.
I don't know, but I bet if you keep watching this episode, we'll dig deeper and find out.
Yeah.
I miss her purple smock.
Yeah, well, we may still get more purple smock. We may get it again.
I think we will. I think we will.
Barbie and Julia, they're having this protracted fight, and I feel like the main thrust of it is that, you know, Julia's in charge and she now believes in the dome, and Barbie isn't quite ready to believe despite all of the fantastic evidence that he's been presented with.
Right.
And he's siding more with Rebecca, who is a pragmatist. She's not a great person because she's, you know, but she's dealing with the reality of the situation. Like, that's the thing, is like, I don't agree with her and I don't agree with her tactics, but I understand where she's coming from because she's just trying to see the bigger picture. She's cut empathy out of the picture entirely.
Yeah, but her whole character just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
I gotta be, a lot of people hit me up on Twitter. I gotta give a big shout out to at NetSlider25. She totally agrees. She totally agrees that Rebecca Pine is up to no good. And neither one of us are buying it. She agrees.
Yeah.
All right. I don't like her. And you know what, Barbie? I'm not convinced if he's so like, or is which head is he thinking with? I just dropped my pen. That's how excited I got about thinking about Barbie's body. Thanks, Matt.
And his heads.
His heads. He's conflicted between two women, so I'm curious as to how much he actually buys into Rebecca Pine, or if his male counterpart is buying into Rebecca Pine.
We haven't seen him admit openly to Sparks and they haven't had like a ton of physical contact versus like Melanie who's touching on Joe the entire episode, and Nori is not having it one bit. She hates it.
I love it. There's like the adult love triangle. Now there's like junior size love triangle.
Oh my God. And they're both pitched at the exact same volume of ridiculousness. So Big Jim is off getting a shave from Lyle, as you do. You know, when you're out and about in town and you feel like you want to court someone, you go get a shave from the ex-boyfriend of your dead wife.
Exactly.
Who isn't even dead.
And he's shaving you with like one of those
straight razors
blades or whatever.
Yeah, straight razors. And like, you know, I feel like Lyle has to have a grudge, you know, because Big Jim married his one true love.
But he said he let it go. He claims he did.
He claims he did.
fact,
But then he threw him out of a car. He threw him out of a car into acid rain.
Timeout on the field. The accident. Where were the airbags? Come on, people.
Yeah. There were no airbags.
No airbags.
And, like, they weren't going that fast. He
No.
could have stopped in time. I know it was raining, so the street was wet. But but the most dangerous time to be on a road during a rainstorm is in the first 10 minutes.
Exactly.
After that, the asphalt starts to absorb enough of the rain that it isn't as big of an issue.
Especially if it's acid rain. She's going to eat up all the oil, right?
True.
Right there.
Trill. It's trill. But in any case, at first he's like, what's that scent you got there? It's real nice. Oil of acacia. Oh. You know, maybe you could make me a cologne
You'd like
to pick, because I'm courting this woman.
He's courting.
Yeah, the first woman I've wanted to date since my wife that you used to date died. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make me something that isn't as girly as the thing I just said that I liked. He's like being a huge dick to him. I'm honestly, upon further reflection, I am not shocked that Lyle threw him out of a car into acid rain.
He's just been waiting for the perfect moment to do all this.
Yes,
For
exactly.
years, he's been trying to find a reason.
Yeah, he's been busy. And also, for a man who's a barber, he has a terrible haircut.
He really does. But that's the thing. When you get your hair cut, you find the person in the salon, barbershop with the best hair, and you say, who cuts your hair? See,
But there's no one else.
No one else under the dome is qualified at this point.
That's
Pickings
true.
Are slim now.
Maybe his haircut looked really nice 2 weeks ago when
It's
the
grown
dome was
out.
still not there.
He's all stressed.
Exactly.
Stressed.
But yeah, Big Jim has made his intentions known. He wants to court the lovely Miss Rebecca Pine. In any case, everyone heads down to the Sweetbriar for this new mandatory registration fund.
Finally.
Finally, a census for the rest of us, where everyone's eagerly filling out their information for no good reason.
Nobody asked why. Why are we doing this? Not at all.
Everyone is a lemming, and they're just really happy to help. And then it just starts raining blood out of nowhere. It's raining blood. I rewound it. I rewound that clip alone over 3 times. There were a few moments that I just kept rewinding.
I'd like that to be my ringtone. It's raining blood.
It's raining blood.
I might have to arrange that.
It's raining blood.
You get great lines
That
throughout the
wizard
entire
came from
show.
the moon. Yeah. There's a game coming out called Destiny, and Peter Dinklage does like the voiceover for your like computer AI, and it's all very deadpan. So there's this clip that's been going around the internet that's just, that wizard came from the moon. And it's like the same level of like, it's raining blood. Like, show some emotion!
No, it's under the dome. There's no emotion.
It's raining blood.
It's raining blood. There's been a death. My God.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
But it's
no
not
emotion.
blood. It's like red algae poison
Yes.
water.
As Rebecca Pine was so swift to let us know.
Right. That burns you. And Lyle is not happy. You're one of them science nicks. I know about you. You don't believe in that good time religion. Grr.
Science.
Yeah. Now, I know nothing about Dwight Yoakam outside of this show.
I went to his concert, I think it was last year in LA. It was great.
Okay.
He is a
Do you know
great
anything
singer.
about his personal beliefs about religion and science?
I do not.
Because I feel like it
couldn't
would
trust
lend a
either.
little bit of extra fun to these proceedings.
Would it? We'll have to investigate because he didn't kill him off.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have more opportunity
We'll have
to
more.
dig in.
But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he was like, oh yeah, this role is perfect. Finally, I get to speak my message and hear my voice heard. That science nicks are not to be trusted. Because that was the most emotion I saw from him in the entire episode, was when he was like, you don't believe in religion. You believe in science. Yeah, terrifying. Chills.
Terrifying.
Chills.
Terrifying.
Chills and trills. And Rebecca dispatches I'm just going to call them our big dumb kids off to the school before the blood starts to start working on windmill power to help power the town. And apparently she's been given control of all teenagers. You are now in charge of all teenagers, regardless of parentage or if they have guardians or whatever. Anyone between 14 and 18 is working on this.
Yeah.
And Melanie's like, I want to help. And Rebecca's like, oh no, she's not included. She's special.
He's special.
He's special.
He's special.
He's special.
And can we just talk about how excited Joe was to go back to the school?
Finally,
Sure
I can go
was.
back and face the terrible memory of my sister being murdered 2 days ago.
I'll go right away.
Yeah, yesterday was the funeral. Now I can just go back and face my fear of that bloody handprint that no one cleared off the locker. Hey,
really
hey,
open.
Phil, how's that investigation going?
I haven't watched a new episode of CSI. I don't know how to proceed.
Okay, well,
Okay.
we'll check back in with you in 5 episodes.
It'll still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Junior is still wrestling with the idea that he may have killed Angie, and Sam offers the tantalizing tidbit that his mother had blackouts herself.
Here's my thing, though. Now that we've seen this episode, and he's saying all these things, I feel like he might be manipulating Junior.
Might be
manipulating?
what?
I know, under the dome, manipulation
What?
of character. I don't know, but I think Uncle Sam is totally, and he's like, you did black out. Your mother had blackouts as well. Because if you can convince someone they're guilty of something,
Well, I feel like he was trying to point him towards going back to the school. I didn't think it was necessarily about convincing him that he had killed Angie, but I do think he's up to something, especially when he goes and talks to Lyle later in the episode.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
so he's hiding stuff. And also, he threatened to kill Big Jim. He threatened to kill him.
I know, this was great. Finally, some digging down by characters.
I know, but it's
Just a
also,
little.
is
Just a
that
smidge.
he just re-entered the series, and he knows that. And like, when we met him, I understood his grudge against Big Jim because he was like, you know, he drove my sister to kill herself, and you know, I should have been around more for Junior, but that's when I stopped being around. But he knows that she's not dead, so his grudge doesn't make any sense, and now he's threatening to kill him basically over nothing. What?
And
Why is he
very
killing?
open, and it was very obvious that Big Jim knew he wanted him dead. So there's a lot of backstory there. That
Yeah.
I'm sure will unfold in the next few episodes.
By the end of the season.
When did Uncle Sam pepper up so much?
Yeah, he's got
Did
some.
anyone
Well, no,
else
he's got
notice
some
that his hair was
salt. He's got some salt in the
He
hair.
didn't have that in episode 2
Some
or
grays,
1.
and he's a little tanner. I feel like
Yeah.
someone was like, "We need to George Clooney up this piece."
It worked for George
you,
Clooney,
Devereaux,
so-
get over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Spray his face only and spray his hair with peppering spray.
Okay, that's all we can do, people. Back to work.
Back to work. The character's not going to get any better.
Nope.
Nope.
So Junior goes back to the school, and he's looking around at the same time that our favorite dumb kids
Aw.
get in there, and you know, they go up to the classroom and pull out their Microsoft Surfaces, which are a fantastic
Product
tablet
placement.
computer. I don't. Sorry, do you have a tickle in your
I had a
throat?
tickle there. Product placement.
A
Oh.
fantastic tablet computer available at all retailers and at Microsoft stores nationwide if you can
uses.
find one. Yeah, so many uses. You can do games on it, I think.
Yeah, it looked like they could click it together.
You could click
and
it.
it came in multiple colors. That
Multiple
keyboard.
colors, yes, the keyboard. And it
Coincidence.
gets emails even under a dome.
What? The wormhole.
I know, there's a wormhole. It's more very real science. When the dome got magnetized, it created a wormhole that allows Wi-Fi to transmit through the dome, kind of.
And then stops suddenly.
Yeah.
At key points, it stops.
Yeah. At key moments when the dome wants it to.
But it's not the tablet, Miss
No.
Not
It is a
working.
very, very good
It's not.
computer. It has nothing to do with the
Just
computer.
the email.
No, the computer's working fine. The Wi-Fi is still on. It's something.
I like how Nori goes right to Twitter. Oh my God, I have like the first time ever to talk to the outside world. Let me check Twitter. Do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's disappointed by all the people that are sad that she's in there. And she's like, oh, all this sympathy. Gross. Well, I mean, she doesn't like that it's from strangers. And there's a hashtag Save Nori. Did you see?
Oh yeah, there was.
Yeah,
There was.
hashtag
Yep. mhm.
hashtag Save Nori. So the Hounds of Diana was the person who sent that tweet, but also the Hounds of Diana is the person that sent Junior this message from his mom. So I assume the Hounds of Diana is his mom.
And I'd like to
Sherry
know
Springfield.
why Hounds of Diana? Why?
I don't know. I feel like Jackie would know. That's
Jackie
why I wish
would.
she was here, and we'll ask her about it next week. But yeah, very mysterious. How is she alive? How is Mom
How?
alive? And how does she know how to use the internet that well that a screen comes up that's all old school
Right.
green and you enter your mom's birthday?
Maybe that's what we have yet to find out. Maybe the dome gave her extreme intellectual abilities, and maybe the dome set it up for her.
I'm not gonna go that far.
No, not at all.
Maybe she's got a live-in hunky boy toy
That's
who's
what I
also
did.
an IT guy.
That would be perfect. That'd be convenient. He also
He also makes a fine espresso in the morning.
espresso. Did you catch though? Because thinking of Pauline Jr.'s mom, she's from Zenith. So was Barbie at the beginning. He made a comment about Zenith, or Melanie did.
What?
They made a comment. Basically, Barbie is from Zenith, however you want to say it. Barbie's from there as well. There's a quick line about it, and then they moved right on
That's a
through.
really great detail. Thank you for bringing that up.
I'm crazy. I'm obsessed with the show.
Well, it could also explain why Melanie knows who he is. They don't say necessarily that Melanie's from Zenith, but everyone's connected in a mysterious
so familiar
way.
to each other.
So familiar. Yeah. All right. I want to stop really quickly and talk about iTunes and YouTube. Folks, thank you so much for downloading this podcast, listening to this podcast, streaming it, watching it, doing whatever you do. We really, really appreciate it. Here at AfterBuzz TV, we put out between 60 and 70 hours of content a week. It's a staggering amount of free stuff that you can interact with however you choose on any of your wonderful devices. And, you know, you out there, you may be wondering, how can I help? How can I give back to the enterprise for giving me all this wonderful entertainment and information? I'll tell you, you go to iTunes, you rate and review the shows that you watch or that you listen to. It really, really makes a difference for us here at AfterBuzz. I'll tell you why. And I tell you why every week, but I keep telling you because it's important. Not only is it the only way that we know that we're doing our jobs well and we're giving you the after show content that you deeply desire and deserve and that you've always craved and so on, more about desire and craving. Not only do we know that we're doing our jobs well, but it's also the only way that our sponsors are able to gauge whether or not investing in AfterBuzz TV is a good investment. They need to know that our shows are of a high quality. So if you enjoy our shows, please, please, please go to iTunes, rate and review those series. It really makes a difference. Keep doing it. All right, I want to read a review from iTunes, and we'll do some YouTube reviews. And I hate the iPhone podcast app because it just is a Dickens. It goes away if you don't open it, if you leave it closed for too long,
it goes away. It's very.
It goes away. So I have to go all the way back down to the end of the comments. And we have two this week, two to read. And I'm so stoked about both of them. All right, great show, very entertaining from Lisa Ann TN, 5 stars. Thank you, Lisa Ann.
Thanks, Lisa.
I enjoy so many AfterBuzz shows, but this is one of my faves. Thanks for all the witty banter. Smiley face. How nice was that? It only took a second, didn't cost her a dime to do.
That was nice.
Only this podcast by 5 stars. 5 stars by Peaches Flossberg. This is a very funny comment. So they don't really like the show. They say Under the Dome is a horrible excuse for a TV show, but I watch it just because I love the AfterBuzz podcast. Great job, guys.
Thanks.
So, you know, obviously a lot of people disagree, but I'm so happy that you are putting up with a show that you don't like just so that you can have fun with us.
That's
That
great.
means a lot. So thank you. And now on YouTube, on the YTs, and it's going to do the same thing to me, isn't it?
On the white
Gee,
tees.
on the YTs.
Twitter, too, was blowing up. I love tweeting while watching the show because I'll watch it.
People love hashtag Dome Jesus.
They love Dome Jesus. So does our friend NetSlider25 on Twitter. She loves Dome Jesus. So
I
guys, hashtag Dome
have
Jesus.
so much love in my heart for Dome Jesus. Ever since Dome Jesus and I, really connected, I got to know my own personal Dome Jesus. That's when my life really took a turn for the better.
Did it.
All right. All right, so we got wonderful comments. I'm just going to read out some names just because we got to keep going. From Gaming Crafter, Roman Rainey James, Umar Soares, Omar Hernandez, Teresa Campbell, or Tresea Campbell is what it says here. All right, there's a Bulgarian name that I can't read. I apologize, but I appreciate you because it's in Bulgarian. It's not a language I can read. Adam Bridges, is that everyone? Yanni M, Chris Reed, lots of people on the YouTube. Cammie Smith, thank you all so much for reaching out and keep that conversation going on the internet.
And while you're talking about the old internet, you guys should check out, did you know that there's a website called chestersmill.com? It's created, it goes with the show. I checked it out, it was all over it. It's very funny, there's clever little tidbits. Click on all the tabs, go to all the pages, it's very funny. chestersmill.com. However, I'm sure Stephen King is watching this and listening. I think it'd be great if that website, since it correlates with the show, would just update, since they now have access to the internet, for that one tiny moment they had email, if they would just update the website.
Just a little bit.
With what's been going on in the episode. I just think it'd be nice for all the fans out there.
Yeah.
We would geek out over it.
Breaking news, we're popular on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. chestersmill.com.
All right, so they're dealing with this Wi-Fi. They're having a good time. Junior's watching a video from his mother, and she says, and I hate when this happens, where it's just like, son, you need to listen to me.
Oh, it's so drawn out.
You need to listen to me. I'm going to tell you something very important.
Are you ready for this?
Are you ready for this?
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Pause.
You need to talk to Lyle Chumley. What? Why? Why? It's very important that you do this. I hope that you're listening because you need to talk to Lyle Chumley. Yeah, and then it cuts out, and she looks to the side of the camera, almost as if she knows that it's being cut off, but it's not a live stream, it's a video.
Right, so was someone attacking her in her place outside of the dome? Was it because of the wormhole?
I don't know.
I would like to know.
Strange.
Odd.
Strange.
Strange and odd.
Yeah, but apparently Lyle knows something that's going to help him, I guess, gain his dome powers or become second Dome Jesus, the second coming of Dome Jesus. Who knows?
I don't know. There's a lot to be unfolded.
Let's talk about the Melanie Jo Nori cat fight, because she's just like straight up, listen, bitch, this is my man.
Tapping on her forehead.
This is my dumb
boyfriend,
lanky man child thing, and I'm gonna keep him. So you better lay off, okay, with your purple smock and your prettiness and your brown hair and your mystery. Where do you get off? Okay, telling him that he doesn't have to be afraid. I tell him if he should be afraid.
She tells him how to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a healthy relationship.
Very, very healthy. 2 weeks. They have known each other for 17 days. 17 days is the amount of time that they've known each other. 17.
17.
Also their age.
It's a very long relationship for some folks, so.
Yeah, I mean, potentially. I mean, it's a lot of contact. Just because, like, there's not really anything else to do other than panic and love each other.
Well, they bonded over the whole hand thing and falling stars.
Yeah, pink stars falling in lines. Hadn't had any pink stars falling in lines this season.
Where's that been?
Yeah, I don't know.
So important last season. It's vital. Nothing.
It's almost as if the writers decided that it was no longer important and have decided to abandon that mechanic.
Wait, kind of like how the season opener was the whole dark to light thing, and then last week were the butterflies, and then this week was blood rain. Now it's all just gone. They've just been like, okay, we did it. Let's abandon it and move on.
Yeah, kind of like how it happens every week.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Interesting.
We'll have to pay attention to that pattern.
Can I just say, though, they are definitely checking off the 10 plagues.
Yeah.
So I've made a list. I'm going to mark off. We got the H2O to blood. Lyle, Mr. Dwight Yoakam's character said the locusts were butterflies. We've had the darkness, so we've got 7 to go.
And we had fire.
We did have fire. Can we count that as fire with the butterflies?
No, we had a big fire last season.
Last season. I'm talking about this season. Well, maybe we can combine them all.
Maybe.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, fire. Marked off. Done.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Done. Yeah, and he counted boils because people keep getting burned by the blood rain.
True.
Yeah.
And there was that weird outbreak last season.
And it was burning. All right. So in any case, Jim and Rebecca are rushing off to save the day when they crash their car, and Lyle gets in. He steals Rebecca and he carts her off to his secret love garage where he keeps all of his tools for barbering.
And weird cages in the background.
Weird cages and
Chicken
lots of
coops.
screwdrivers for a barber.
And an old antique metal bowl.
No!
No!
Yeah.
This is perfect for torturing.
Yes, this metal bowl is great ambiance from my torture garage. And he goes outside and he gets a big old bowl of blood, and then he brings it inside and he's going to baptize her with acid rain if she doesn't admit that God is real and the dome is a god.
The dome.
The dome. I don't believe that you think that the dome is a god and this is all his will. I don't believe it.
Excellent delivery. Sounded just like Lyle.
Thank you. Would you like another take? Yeah.
It'll be the
Also, when Junior and Barbie and Julia show up, it's so obvious that they shot this on different days because there's no shot with the
on.
two of them
No.
in it, you know, or at least until the end of the scene.
And Julie has pink blood on her jacket, just so we're sure that she had been outside in the rain.
Yeah.
Irritates me. Irritates me. Just saying, guys.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, he's like, you don't understand this dome, and everyone in this town has a gun. I thought we'd rounded up all the guns last season.
They
That
were
was a whole
unsuccessful.
thing. Everyone has guns still. And Rebecca gets burnt on the back of the neck. Terrible.
Why
Terrible
didn't he make
for
her
her
drink it?
complexion.
Did anyone else think he was going to make her drink it?
Oh my God!
Who
No, I
thinks
did
I'm
not
going to
go
pour
there.
it down
I did
your
not
back?
go there.
I did.
Oof.
And how do you go
that's
from torturing someone
brutal.
with acid blood rain to just, I'll just shoot you? Just saying. I
more
feel
permanent,
like,
more
I get-
permanent than the blood rain.
bullet would be more permanent, I guess.
Unless you you put like a cylinder with no top and no bottom up against her belly, and then you poured blood rain in it and you trapped it inside and it just ate its way through.
Right, and you just have that small little tiny annoying sore, and then he could just rub salt in it to keep torturing her.
Well, no, I'm saying it would eventually eat through the skin and it would all seep through. It would be like a hole in your body.
They could have dragged it out to, episode 6 or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's an idea for next time.
In any case, they stop Lyle, they arrest him, they bring him back to jail. Again, instead of the actual sheriff, the actual chief of police, who's doing nothing.
Phil?
Doing effing
Where
nothing.
was Phil this episode?
He was in the Sweetbriar for a hot second. That's it. He was getting breakfast and then he was useless.
He's fully embodying his
Blood
job.
rain is not a crime. I'm gonna relax. Yeah. They pick up Big Jim, and Sam says, be careful with him. Bring him back here so that I can threaten his life a little bit. Yeah, he's busy doing all that, and so they save Big Jim. Isn't that great?
It is.
He and Rebecca now get to talk about who they're going to kill to preserve the rest of the herd. We've lost even more supplies this week. Even more. All the pigs just done. Done. Ain't no more pigs.
They're just kind of sprinkled throughout. Like, we randomly see them around the high school, and now she says half the pig population is decimated.
It's
when you
brutal.
think save the food,
Save the world.
I don't know. We're
Save
under
the
a dome.
cheerleader, save the world.
Save the cheerleader? Check. Save the pigs?
No saved
No,
pigs.
they just stopped thinking when that dome fell.
Yeah.
Also, when Rebecca is out there saving all the water with her fancy saline, pH, acidity, fancy schmancy pan solution, I'm just saying, she looked a little crazy. She looked a little godlike.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think she's getting a little drunk.
She's enjoying it a little too much. maybe.
Domeism.
Yeah. She thinks that she is Dome Isaac Newton when she is just Dome inventor of the traffic light. I don't know who it is.
She's just a science teacher, Rebecca.
Yeah. Come on, Rebecca. Stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah. So Lyle is arrested and he gets some visitors. Sam comes by and is like, I know what we did. What else was going on in this scene in your mind? Like, what is your big takeaway? We know that there are conspirators,
Right.
and that Pauline is alive.
Absolutely. So they find the 1988 pick, right? Sorry to jump ahead just a bit, but then later on we found Melanie, 1986. So we have a 2-year gap there.
No, Melanie, also 1988.
Well, yeah, right, but it was 1986. She was at the high school. That was the year that she had the locker.
1988.
1988?
It was 88.
Oh, that was 86. All right,
No, it
my
was
bad.
88.
So 88, then it gets even better.
Yeah.
But then my question is, chicken or the egg? So did Pauline, Junior's mom, and
Right.
Sam and Lyle, did they do something so horrific?
Did they kill Melanie?
Right. And then the dome had to come down over it to make the secret come out. Or did the dome make them kill her so long ago, saying, on this date in 25 years, I'll return? So which came first, the dome or the secret?
That's interesting. Another way to take it is the dome is this town's punishment for covering it up, and they have
Right.
to prove that they're worthy of continuing.
Right.
Whoa.
But then it makes you wonder, well, then what is the dome?
Yeah.
Is the dome an alien force? Because last season it was very alien-esque, right?
It felt kind of
And now
alien.
it seems very, I don't know, like it's something unworldly, obviously, but not really alien-y
It's
this
that
season.
old time religion. It's that old time religion. It's God, it's God, it's God, it's God, it's God. That's what the show keeps saying. Yeah.
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 a nice tune.
We'll see.
That was nice.
We'll see what it
That
is.
was nice.
But yeah, we discover that that Melanie is from 1988, and when she sees her name, she's like, "That seems
Wait,
familiar."
That's me.
Yeah.
And then Joe is genius. What child, and he's a child, right? Because I don't think he's of legal drinking age. He's not, so he's a child. What child would think, wait a minute, she got the combination to the locker, right? We better go to the office and pull out a notebook full of all the dates and people who've had these lockers.
Right, and it's a binder that just shows
50
people who have
years.
had that locker, because that's how we organize records at a school.
We won't keep it on the computer, see? We'll put a hard copy of it in a notebook and put it on the shelf in case a dome falls over us one day. And then he's like, wait, there's more. Yearbooks. Can we just say how amazing the student's picture was above Melanie?
Yeah, with the side pony.
Ponytail?
Side ponies, love them.
Awesome.
Yes.
It was great. I hope that was a PA and they were like, you, glasses on, take a photo. We're going to use it in the show.
And basically, Junior breaks out Lyle, and they're going to
Yep.
go have adventures and learn about Mom and stuff, and that's basically the end.
It is the
Oh,
end.
yeah, and Julia and Barbie have a tiff.
Oh, that's what they
Because
do. It's
Barbie
their
is a
thing.
pragmatist, and Julia is Dome Jesus,
Yeah.
and she's not ready to be a pragmatist right
No.
now. She's got her ideals.
And Lyle, a.k.a. Dwight Yoakam, also whipped out a nice little tune for us. That was good.
Yeah.
Because he is also a very talented artist.
Who'll stop the
singer.
rain? I'm going to go listen to that when I go home.
I wonder. That's what he was singing. I shouldn't sing. That's why I don't
And
sing.
I wonder, still
Show
I
off.
wonder, who'll stop the rain?
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
it's a good tune. All right, I think that pretty much covers everything.
It does.
We blew through it without all the peeps, you know. So I apologize to those of you who wanted a longer podcast. But next week we'll try to make it extra long for you.
Extra long hours.
Yes, hours and
Is that good with
hours of
you?
Under the Dome goodness.
go with
Let's go to predictions.
Dun, dun, dun.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so what are we thinking is going on? What do we think is happening with Dwight and Junior? Are they going to be able to contact the outside? We now have this wormhole, mystery wormhole.
We do. I'm curious to see how this whole social media ties into it. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be. That's how it's resolved. It's
Yeah.
just too easy, too simple. So
I just don't understand why they didn't think to like instant message someone important and we're like, I'm inside the dome and I don't know how long this will last, but I can hear you. What do you need to tell me? What can I tell you? Let me exchange some information. Send an email. Do something other than just like, I'm gonna play Bloons Tower Defense 5.
there you go.
Yeah.
Check Twitter while you're at it. That's what
Why-
Nori
why
does.
not?
Why not? She wants
Yeah.
to see if she's blowing up and trending.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't trust Sam. I don't trust Lyle. I think that they're up to something shady. I want to know what's going on, what happened back in 1988, and how it applies to now, and where was Big Jim and all of that.
Yeah. And why did Pauline have to fake her death?
Yeah.
And I'd like to know how Big Jim was so convinced that Pauline was dead, because if you go to a funeral, like there's a body there. Big Jim wasn't like, one last look, you know, so I'm kind of, if they ever say anything, because if it goes with how Under the Dome goes, they never really
They
explain
have
all
to
that.
explain some of it.
Maybe Lyle will just blatantly explain
They
everything.
have to. All right. Well,
It's
that would be
raining
nice.
blood.
Yeah, we dug up her casket. She was still alive. She had an oxygen tank inside, and then we helped her get out of town because Jim was becoming violent, and it became clear that he wasn't going to be able to be a good partner for her.
No, Junior was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be
All
another
right.
plague next week, that's for sure. I predict another plague next week.
Another plague
Another
would be
plague.
dope. All right. Carrie,
Yeah.
where can the people find you?
Ooh, I hope they find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Comedia Carrie. That's COMEDIACARRIE, Comedia Carrie.
Okay, and you can find me on Twitter at Matt Lieberman. That's MattLieberman. You can find all my videos for SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd on YouTube, and you can find other AfterBuzz TV shows with me on them. Got Ray Donovan and The Strain on Sundays. I have Halt and Catch Fire also on Tuesdays. Marin and Defiance on Thursdays, and got Doctor Who coming back in August. I want to thank you all so much for downloading, watching, listening, streaming. You're all the best. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.